Realtors.
Peace family, was cracking. All right, so I'm going light today in this kitchen. I'm making grilled cheeses. I'm going brioche on the bread. And brioche, I ain't down. Y'all should be with this clean life, but brioche is fire. My wife want a whole wheat grilled. Well, she didn't ask for one, but anytime she get one, she don't know she get one. But when I come upstairs, she'll see she got one. But who eats whole wheat grilled cheeses? But don't tell I said it. So this episode is about hustle and perseverance. On the cheese, just to tell y'all, I swear I'm gonna do a cooking segment because y'all can't see none of this. I'm sitting there telling you, but either way, on the cheese, I'm going Colby Jack and Pepper Jack. I'm doubling them up. But anyway, so this is about hustle and perseverance, this episode. So let me stop for a minute. So me and my cousin, we kind of got into it with somebody, and to clear the air, we decided to go to DC and kick it. Like, we was from two different hoods, you know what I mean? So it was just like a peace settlement type of thing, you know what I mean? So we drive down. I'm gonna try to skip through some things. I'd be trying to lay context, and sometimes I'll go too far. I know, but anyway, so we go down and we rent a limo days, right? And we go to Club Love, which used to be Club Dream, if y'all know about DC or whatever, or if you've ever seen the Dipset Hey Ma video when they went let Jewels in the club, that club right there is that, and it was Dream at the time then. So I know this was Love because that came after that. So we pull up, and we're probably like away, like the club's over there. You probably got to walk for like a minute. We didn't pull up in front and get out. So we hop out. They get out first in front of me, so they're walking up in front of me, right? And there's two dudes standing, like there's one dude walking towards my boys, and one dude, he was just over there talking to different people, right? So the one dude that go up to them, he handed him a CD, he was talking for a minute, check me out, boom, boom, boom. And they was like, all right, cool. You know how it is when you trying to curve somebody and they outside the club. You know what I mean? So you're like, man, all right, cool, thank you. That type of thing. And they kept it moving. I love music, so I want to know what you got. What's like what it's about, whatever else. So he walk up to me, and he was like, yo, what's good, my man? What's good? I'm like, what up with you? He like, hey, no, look, check me out. I'm like, okay, you rap. So I'm looking at the CD era. So he opened it up. He like, yeah. I'm like, you selling these? He like, no, you know what I'm saying? I just want you to, I'm trying to put people on what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? I keep hearing, you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm in my head like, oh, okay, he from New York. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? As I say it. So I'm like, he from New York. He's showing me the track list and all that. He talking. I'm like, where you from? He like, I'm from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, he's lying. Ain't no way he from Cleveland. He sound like this. And I'm thinking that because this is like the shift now. The shift has happened from kind of New York to Atlanta. So I'm thinking that this is a New York dude that's out of town that don't want to say he's from New York because people kind of got tired of New York winning per se. So like, and I don't put that past somebody from New York City, you know what I mean? Because they hustles is different, you know what I mean? So either way, when he's talking, I'm like, Cleveland, but I'm like, I'm from Pittsburgh. He's like, oh yeah. So as soon as like the way he lit up, I'm like, maybe he is, because he ain't just say, oh, okay. You know, yeah, about 2 hours from us, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, here we go with, you know what I'm saying? Every time he said it, I'm like, he's from New York. But anyway, let me get past that. But that's important. You'll see why. So I'm looking through whatever. And then I'm like, oh, you got Gunna on there. So when I say Gunna, I mean Young Chris, because Young Chris, Young Guns, Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying? So the you know what I'm saying is in the air right now. So he like, yeah, I got Gunna on the project, you know what I'm saying? So he turned around, yo, Gunna. So Chris is the other dude that was talking to whoever he was talking to. And Chris is kind of like living his celebrity still. You know what I'm saying? He's like, everybody know who this person is. He iced up, whatever else. And the other dude is like pitching. He's pitching me his project, and he don't know me. And it's just a mixtape and a CD. He got joints in his hand. But he's like professional. And I just noticed that, right? But at the same time, I'm ready to go to the club now. I'm kind of like, all right, whatever, right? But Chris come over, and Chris like, yo, what's cracking? Look, this is what we got going on. I'm working with my man, and working with my man Bron. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, that's where you at now. He's like, yeah, you know what I mean? I ain't on the rock, but everything's all good with the rock. You know what I'm saying? He had it, I think he still had a rock piece on, and he had like another joint and something else. Like he ain't look funny or nothing like that. He was straight. But he was just telling me where he was and where he was going and all that. So he started talking to somebody else too, like kind of like in the area by me. And then the other dude, he's like, yo, so you gonna give it a listen? You gonna give it a listen or what? And I'm like, yeah, but I can't sit in this limo right now and listen to this. I gotta go and I'm like, but I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it. So I did listen to it for sure. And I was like, dude, you can rap, whatever. So I'm leaving. I'm like, so before I dipped, I'm like, so what's your name? He was like, my name Revenue Rich. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, Revenue Rich. And Daphne, I was like, I like the name. You know what I mean? He's all like, respect. So we part of ways, right? I'm going to club. That's it. So swear, probably 10 to 12 years later, maybe 15. I don't know the year when we was down there, but I know this is only about 7 years ago. When I'm sitting here, I don't know what I was doing in the crib or whatever, but there was an interview on, and they was talking about it was an interview, and Rich Paul was talking about the new situation that they were doing, and something he was talking about, something he was bringing out, right? And he's talking, and he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I just stopped in my tracks and was like, that, you know what I'm saying? Revenue Rich is Rich Paul. Ain't no, you're telling me that the dude that ran up on me pushing his mixtape CDs is the dude that is running $1 billion agency? Do you know the hustle and the perseverance? As a matter of fact, Chris said, I'm working with my man Bron now. Rich never said that. He never said nothing about no LeBron. I didn't know who he was. He just stood on his own merit and said, my name is Revenue Rich, and here's my project. Are you going to give it a listen? I said, yeah. So just think about where somebody has to come from. Think about the mentality of somebody that approaches somebody and they got Bron in their back pocket. And it don't matter what era LeBron, you know what I mean? He's hot. He's like a couple years into the league. But even if it was high school, if you say LeBron, because we was watching LeBron games on ESPN. So it's just crazy to see somebody have that type of person. Because look, is he a rapper right now? No. So that means he went through that whole process and it didn't work out for him the way he wanted it to work out. And he found what worked for him and became a professional at it, became very good at it, and then became one of the top names in the business. So if that ain't hustle and perseverance, I don't know what is. And then the character to not name your best friend who is one of the biggest names in the world, not the country, one of the biggest names in the world. And then Chris, who is an experienced, advanced artist at this point, he's saying, I'm working with Bron. But at the same time, somebody is going to want to know his next move after Rockefeller. So it ain't like he was Bron coattailing. He was just saying what he was doing. But the average person would say, me and Bron got this label together or whatever, you know, whatever the situation is. And he didn't do that. So like the type of respect that I had for that, because I don't know who that is. But man, the way when I heard that, you know what I'm saying, I stopped in my tracks. That that's Revenue Rich that I'm looking at on the screen right now. You see what I'm saying? And the position that he put himself in. So it's not, you can't, the other part of it is he did this on his own merit. That's my other point, because if it's just like, well, you got LeBron, so that's why you're running that. Well, he had LeBron when he started the music thing, they partnered. He just didn't say that to me. You see what I'm saying? So how come it didn't work? So it ain't just you with him or you with her or she. No, that might be how you get in the door initially, but you still got to be who you are in order to gain the respect that you're looking for. Otherwise, somebody will say you're just somebody's entourage, somebody's lackey, somebody's hang around her or whatever somebody would say. So make sure when you put your work in, you putting out work in, and you know that what you have is for the world. Don't think that I got my man so we can give it to the world. That's two totally different things. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, and I'm gonna finish this grilled cheese. Peace.